If you've ever walked out of a Journeyman or Master Electrician exam feeling like you ran a marathon through a swamp, you are not alone. A huge percentage of first-time test takers fail, not because they don't know electricity, but because they ran out of time. The proctors call time, and you're staring at 10 unanswered questions because you spent 4 minutes flipping back and forth looking up a single ampacity table. Today, we're fixing that. These are the NEC speed hacks and navigation shortcuts that cut my lookup time in half and let me walk out of the testing center with time to spare. Hack number 1. Stop starting your search in the table of contents for specific installation requirements. The table of contents is for broad chapters. When you're under pressure and need Article 430 for motors or Article 250 for grounding, don't guess the page number. Go straight to the back index. But here's the speed trick most people miss. Don't look up a noun. If you need rules for residential service entrance conductors, do not look under residential. Look under services. The rule of thumb, always index by the primary electrical component or system, not the building type. Pro tip, write down the top 10 most heavily tested articles on the inside front cover of your book right now, before you even sit down at the testing desk. If it's allowed by your state board, having those article numbers instantly visible saves precious cognitive load. Hack number 2. Article 100 is your cheat code for semantics questions. If a question asks you a confusing hypothetical about whether a disconnect can be behind a washing machine or inside a cabinet, the answer is almost always hidden in the fine print of the definitions. Examiners love to use conversational English to trick you. They'll use words like accessible and readily accessible interchangeably in the question stem, but the NEC treats them like entirely different universes. Readily accessible means you can reach it without using tools, climbing a ladder, or moving stored items. If a question asks if a breaker can be mounted 7 feet up on a wall in a garage where you need a step stool, check the definition of readily accessible first. Memorize the distinction between those two terms before test A, because it's a guaranteed 3 to 4 points on almost every state exam. Hack number 3. Stop doing long-form math for conduit fill and box sizing. When you hit a Chapter 9 question, the clock starts ticking fast. The shortcut: never calculate conduit fill for memory. Go straight to Chapter 9, Table 1 for percentage fill, and immediately jump to the appropriate table and annex. See if you're dealing with standard types like THHN in EMT. The derating trap. When dealing with more than 3 current carrying conductors in a raceway, remember Table 310.15c. 1. Don't calculate the derate percentage from scratch on your scratch pad every time. Know your milestones. 4 to 6 conductors is 80%. 7-9 is 70%. Having those multipliers memorized means you can cross-reference the table in 5 seconds flat instead of wasting a minute doing division. Passing the exam isn't about being a walking encyclopedia. It's about knowing how to navigate the book under fire. If you want to take this further, I've put together a complete NEC speed hacks and formula sheet PDF that condenses all the heavy lookup tables, formula triangles, and code shortcuts into a clean, printable guide. Link is down in the description below. Hit subscribe if you want to see how to tackle the HVAC Section 608 exam next, and drop a comment below on which code article gives you the biggest headache. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.